Hey guys, it's been a long time. It's actually been 5 weeks. I am 20 weeks today. I last did a video for my 15-week update. I had been meaning to make a couple videos since then, but life catches up, working and kids, and I was going to do a video last week after my ultrasound, but then I was like, I'll just wait a couple more days and do it for my 20-week update. So everything's going great. The baby is growing well. We had our ultrasound last Monday, the 7th, and baby's looking great. The baby was very stubborn when it came to getting a profile shot or trying to get pictures of the feet. Every single time she tried to take a picture of something, the baby would move. That being said, we are not finding out the gender. After the ultrasound tech finished finding all the pictures that she needed, she went and consulted with the doctor to make sure she had everything. In that time, we decided to find out the sex of the baby while we were there. Luckily, when the tech came back, she said that there was a couple more things that she needed to get, so that was a perfect opportunity to ask to see if we could find out the gender. Before she even looked, she said, I didn't see a penis. When I had gone in that area, I wasn't going to show you guys exactly, but I didn't see anything, so I'm going to say a girl. She then showed us the area, the genital area, and we didn't see a penis, and then she put, a question mark, girl, because she was about 90% that it was a girl. She didn't see anything. So we're going with it's a girl. The only other pictures that I got from the sonogram was a profile shot and ever so freaky looking face shot. I have that same shot of my daughter. Knowing that it's a girl and seeing how stubborn she was for the ultrasound and every single time she tried to take a picture, I'm not surprised it's a girl. My husband just kind of wanted to say, I told you so. I think that's why he wanted to find out what it was, because I was all for finding out from day one, and he said, no, we're going to wait. But then decided he wanted to say, I told you so, and say it was a girl, in which it is. So the tech told me that, in 3 days, I'll get a call back from my midwife, and she'll go over if there's anything wrong with the ultrasound. So on Wednesday, I had 2 missed phone calls on my phone. So when I checked them, one was the doctor saying to call back, it wasn't urgent, and the other one was to make an appointment for another ultrasound. So after I got that voicemail, I kind of was freaking out. Oh my gosh, something's wrong. They want to do another ultrasound. So then I called my midwife, and the nurse had said, first things first, the baby's fine. The baby seems great. They're growing appropriately, and the only thing is we weren't allowed to get a proper imaging of the heart and of the cerebellum because the baby was moving too much. So we need to go back in. Well, not back in, but you need to go back in for an ultrasound and get those 2 areas properly imaged. So I had to book an appointment for that. That'll be the first week in January. But other than that, baby's growing great. I go back to the doctor December 31st for another appointment. I have only gained 2.5 pounds this entire pregnancy so far, which in my eyes is great. The doctor wants me to only gain 20 the entire pregnancy. So being halfway through and only gaining 2.5 pounds, I think that's pretty good, knowing that I'll gain the bulk of the weight towards the end. Letting the kids know that we were having another girl was an interesting story. My in-laws were watching the kids while we had our ultrasound, so we went to go pick them up. The kids were excited to see pictures, so we showed them the first 4 pictures of the face and the profile, and then the last picture I gave to my son, who's about to be 7 in February, and he read girl, and the room was an uproar. My mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my daughter, then my nephew and my son absolutely freaked out, crying, screaming, throwing things. They were not happy that it was a girl. I think we're hoping it was a boy so that the grandchildren would be 3-1 as opposed to 2 boys, 2 girls. But oh well, they're gonna have to deal with that. After that night, it was kind of rough with my son. The next morning, he kind of warmed up to it. He, before he got on the bus, kissed the baby, and he said, "All right, bye-bye, baby sister." So he warmed up to it. He's happy now. So that's good. We have a crib set up over here. My father-in-law had seen somebody on Facebook. It was grandparents that their children and grandkids moved away. So they had this like brand new crib that was only used maybe 2 or 3 times, in a gorgeous, gorgeous Cinderella bedding set, that before we knew it, we got it before we knew it was a girl. So I just like kept it in a trash bag. The crib had been set up, and then yesterday morning I was like, why am I keeping this gorgeous bed set in a trash bag? So I decided, to wrap it all up, tie it all up to the crib, put it as if she was already here, and me and my daughter did it yesterday. I am going to take out the bumpers and, the comforter. I'm a great advocate for SIDS, working in an infant daycare classroom. Like, that's one of our biggest things is safe sleep practices. So all that stuff will come out. I really liked using the sleep sacks for my kids before, so I'll probably do that. But it was just too cute to keep in a trash bag, so I set it all up. It still needs to be washed, but for now, it looks cute. Don't mind the suitcase sitting there. My husband's going to Chicago next weekend, so he's just trying to get ahead of packing. And so it'll be me and the kids for the weekend before Christmas, so that's always fun. But symptoms-wise, I kind of had a feeling I was having a girl. I was breaking out a lot, like, around my chin, and it wasn't just, like, regular pimples. It was, like, pimples that, like, the bump stayed there for a month. Like, I still have, like, 2 or 3 that are still there. I mean, there's nothing there. It's just, like, a permanent bump now. But, like, that was it. Was, like, I was breaking out a lot. Food-wise, still craving, like, the juices and the citrus and stuff like that. Aversions. Chinese food is still, like, meh. Like, we had Chinese food a couple weeks ago, and I was, like, kind of excited for it, because I was like, oh, past the first trimester, maybe, I'll actually want it, maybe it'll actually be good. Not so. Like, it was just, like, all right. Not really satisfying. Which kind of all tasted the same. But even, like, on Friday, I brought pizza to work for lunch, and I just didn't want it, so I wanted, like, a sub, or, like, a wrap, so I ended up getting, like, a Greek chicken wrap, so I ended up eating that. Other than that, like, I kind of started eating chocolate again, and cookies, and stuff that's not really good for you, but maternity clothes are starting to get a little more snug. I did get a lot of hand-me-downs from, like, a girl at work, and she's a little smaller than me, so they were kind of already a little tight, but I went out yesterday and bought a couple dresses, or a dress, a sweater, and, like, 2 pairs of pants. All I want to wear is leggings, but it's not in our dress code for work. We can only wear leggings if we wear, like, a dress or a really, really long shirt. But I'm wearing, like, summer dresses with, like, a sweater over them and leggings just to be comfortable. I'm always on the floor, and I just don't want to wear jeans anymore. I got the point this week where sitting down, I can't reach my feet, like, trying to put shoes on or socks on. Like, I have to, like, stretch and, do the normal pregnant woman shoe put on. But that's it for symptoms. Baby did start moving the morning of my ultrasound. I was feeding a baby at work, and all of a sudden her felt bloop, bloop, and she was moving. And she's been pretty consistent since then. So with her moving all the time, it's been great. I mean, no one else can feel her yet, but I can feel her. So I'm going to do a belly shot. I do have a tank top underneath. My shirts are getting too short. But here's a 20-week belly. She's always kicking, like, right around here. So if you like this video, hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. And if I don't see you guys, have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching. Bye.